Hi everyone. Welcome back to English Achieve. Today's video is not just a motivational video. It's a complete guide to transforming your health and your life. We're going to talk about healthy habits for life and how to stop junk food cravings once and for all. If you've ever found yourself reaching for chips, chocolate, or soda even when you know it's not good for you, then this video is for you. I'll show you practical steps, mindset shifts, and daily routines that will help you control cravings, enjoy food without guilt, and build a strong, healthy body that supports your goals. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand why cravings happen, but also how to overcome them and create habits that last a lifetime. So, stay with me, because what you're about to learn can change your relationship with food forever. Section 1. Understanding your cravings. The very first step in stopping junk food cravings is understanding them deeply. Many people think cravings are simply a sign of hunger. They believe that if you crave something, it must mean your body needs it. But in most cases, that is not true. Cravings are often linked to emotions, stress, boredom, or even habit. They are powerful because they connect to both your body and your mind. When you eat something high in sugar, salt, or fat, like a candy bar, a slice of cake, or a bag of chips, your brain reacts immediately. It remembers the pleasure you felt the last time you had that food. Your brain releases a chemical called dopamine, which is often called the feel-good chemical. Dopamine makes you feel happy, excited, and rewarded for a short time. This is why cravings feel so strong and sometimes uncontrollable. They are not just about taste. They are about chasing that happy feeling again. But here's the truth. Cravings are only signals, not orders. Just because your brain sends the message, "Eat chocolate now," does not mean you must follow it. You have the power to pause, think, and choose a different response. This is the difference between living under the control of cravings and living in control of your choices. The next time you feel a craving, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, am I truly hungry? Or am I stressed, tired, sad, or bored? If you are truly hungry, your body needs nourishment. Fuel to keep you going. In that case, choose a healthy option that gives you energy, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, or protein. These foods satisfy hunger without the harmful effects of processed junk food. But if the craving comes from emotion rather than hunger, then eating will not solve the real problem. For example, if you feel stressed, eating a bag of chips may distract you for a few minutes, but the stress will still be there. Instead, find another way to comfort yourself. Go for a short walk, call a friend, listen to your favorite music, write in a journal, or simply drink a glass of water. These small actions can shift your mood and help you avoid emotional eating. Understanding cravings also means noticing patterns. You may realize that you crave junk food at specific times, like late at night, after work, or while watching TV. You may also notice that certain emotions, like loneliness or frustration, make you want to snack. The more aware you become of these patterns, the easier it is to prepare for them and make healthier choices in the moment. Awareness is the key to control. Without awareness, cravings can feel like they own you. But once you understand them, you see them for what they are. Temporary feelings that you can manage. This first step is powerful because it moves you from reacting automatically to responding thoughtfully. And when you can respond with awareness, you begin to take back control of your eating habits and your life. Section 2. Replace, don't remove. When people decide to live healthier, their first reaction is often to cut out all junk food completely. They say things like, "From now on, I will never eat chocolate again," or "I'm done with chips forever." At first, this sounds like a strong and powerful decision, But in reality, it often fails. Why? Because when we completely forbid something, our brain starts to want it even more. This is called the forbidden fruit effect. As soon as something becomes off limits, it suddenly feels more tempting. Think about it. If someone tells you not to think about ice cream, what is the first thing that pops into your mind? Ice cream. That's how cravings work. The more you tell yourself you can't have something, the more your mind focuses on it. That is why simply removing junk food from your life is rarely a long-term solution. Instead, the smarter and more sustainable approach is replacement. Replacing means finding a healthier alternative that still satisfies the desire you are feeling. For example, if you love salty, crunchy chips, you can switch to air-popped popcorn, roasted chickpeas, or vegetable sticks with hummus. These snacks still give you that crunch and flavor you love, but without all the excess oil, sodium, and artificial ingredients that harm your health. If your weakness is sweets, you can try fresh fruits like strawberries, mangoes, or grapes. You could also enjoy a small piece of dark chocolate, a smoothie made with banana and cocoa, or yogurt with a drizzle of honey. These alternatives still feel like a treat, but they nourish your body instead of harming it. The key here is not to feel deprived. When you feel deprived, you will eventually break your healthy streak and binge on the foods you've been avoiding. But when you replace rather than remove, you give yourself something to enjoy in the moment without ruining your progress. Over time, something amazing happens. Your taste buds start to change. You begin to notice the natural sweetness of fruit. You start to enjoy the light, clean flavor of whole foods. The heavy greasiness of fast food or the overpowering sweetness of candy becomes less appealing. Replacement works because it trains your brain and body at the same time. Your brain still gets pleasure, so it doesn't feel like it's losing anything. But your body gets real nutrients, energy, and balance. Instead of constantly fighting cravings, you are guiding them in a better direction. This process also teaches you that food is not the enemy. It's the fuel for your life. You can still enjoy delicious flavors, fun textures, and satisfying meals. The difference is that now your food choices support your health instead of damaging it. So the next time you feel a craving, don't think, "I can't have this." Instead, think, "What can I replace this with that will taste good and make me feel good?" That simple shift in thinking can change your eating habits for life. Section 3. Create healthy routines. Healthy habits are not just about what you eat. They are also about how you live each day. The truth is, when your day has structure, junk food cravings show up less often. Why? Because when your body knows what to expect, it doesn't need to send sudden, desperate signals for quick pleasure from unhealthy snacks. Structure is like giving your body and mind a schedule that keeps everything balanced. Start with small, simple routines that you can follow every day. One of the most important is eating regular meals at set times. When you skip meals or eat at random hours, your blood sugar levels drop and your brain starts shouting for quick energy, usually in the form of sugar or refined carbs. That's when cravings strike hardest. But if you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner around the same times each day, your body learns to trust that it will be fed. This makes it much less likely to cry out for chips or chocolate between meals. Sleep is another crucial part of a healthy routine. When you don't get enough rest, your hunger hormones become unbalanced. Studies show that lack of sleep increases cravings for high-calorie, high-sugar foods. That's why after a short night, you might find yourself reaching for donuts or fast food. Aim for 7-8 hours of quality sleep each night. Going to bed and waking up at the same time, even on weekends, helps your body maintain steady energy and reduces junk food temptation. Hydration is also a simple but powerful habit. Many times when you think you're hungry, you're actually just thirsty. If you make it a habit to drink water throughout the day, you'll be surprised how many cravings disappear. Start your morning with a glass of water, keep a bottle nearby, and sip regularly. You can also enjoy herbal teas or water infused with lemon, cucumber, or mint for variety. When it comes to your meals, focus on balance. Include protein, fiber, and healthy fats in every meal. Protein keeps you full and helps control hunger hormones. Fiber slows digestion and keeps your energy steady. Healthy fats, like those from avocados, nuts, and olive oil, give you satisfaction so you're less likely to overeat. For example, a breakfast with scrambled eggs, oats topped with berries, and a handful of almonds will keep you full and energized until lunch. Snacks are another area where routines help. Instead of grabbing whatever is nearby, plan your snacks in advance. Keep nutritious options ready: nuts, fruit, yogurt, or whole grain crackers. When healthy snacks are within reach, you won't have to rely on willpower to resist junk food. These daily routines might seem small, but together they build a strong foundation for a healthy lifestyle. Over time, your body will naturally crave less junk because it's getting the nourishment, rest, and hydration it truly needs. Instead of fighting cravings every day, you'll notice they start to fade on their own. That's the power of living with healthy routines. You make good choices automatic, and success becomes part of your daily life. Section 4. Mindset matters. Your mind is your strongest tool in the fight against junk food cravings. Many people believe that willpower alone can stop them from giving in to temptation. They think, if I am strong enough, I will never eat junk food again. But the truth is, willpower is like a muscle. It can get tired. If you rely only on willpower, you might win a few battles, but eventually you will lose the war. That's where mindset comes in. A strong, positive mindset is even more powerful than willpower because it changes the way you see food and your choices. How you think about food directly affects how you behave. If you tell yourself, I can't eat chocolate, your brain hears a message of restriction and loss. It feels like something is being taken away from you, and that can make you want it even more. But if you say, I choose foods that make me strong and healthy, your brain hears empowerment. You are not losing something. You are gaining strength, energy, and control. This small shift in language changes the way your brain reacts to temptation. Another powerful mindset tool is visualization. This means creating a clear mental picture of yourself living the healthy life you want. Imagine how you will feel after 1 week of eating balanced meals. Your body lighter, your energy steady, and your mood lifted. See yourself walking confidently, wearing clothes that fit better, and smiling with pride because you stuck to your plan. Picture moments when a craving appears, but you stay calm, take a deep breath, and choose something healthy instead. These mental rehearsals train your brain to act the way you imagine. Mindset is also about replacing negative self-talk with encouragement. Many people say things like, I have no control, or I always fail at diets. These statements create a mental prison. The more you repeat them, the more you believe them. Instead, speak to yourself as you would to a good friend. Say, I am learning to control my cravings, or I am getting stronger every day. These words remind you that change is a process, and every small step matters. It is important to remember that mindset is not about forcing yourself to never want junk food again. It's about training your thoughts so they work for you, not against you. When you start thinking of food as fuel for your best life, your decisions naturally change. You stop asking, what can I get away with eating? And start asking, what will make me feel my best? That is the mindset shift that turns temporary willpower into a lifelong healthy habit. In the end, your body will follow where your mind leads. When your thoughts are aligned with your goals, you don't have to fight cravings all the time. They simply lose their power. That's why working on your mindset is one of the most important steps in building healthy habits for life. Section 5. Emotional eating and stress. One of the most powerful triggers for junk food cravings is not hunger at all. It's emotions. Many people find themselves reaching for a bag of chips, a chocolate bar, or a sugary drink not because their body needs fuel, but because their mind is searching for comfort. This is called emotional eating, and it's a habit that can sneak into your life without you even realizing it. Stress, anxiety, sadness, boredom, loneliness, these emotions can all push you toward food as a quick solution. The problem is that this comfort is temporary. While eating something sweet or salty may make you feel better in the moment, it often leads to regret later. You may feel guilty, bloated, or disappointed in yourself, which can actually add more stress and fuel the same cycle all over again. To break free from emotional eating, the first step is awareness. You need to be able to recognize the difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger. Physical hunger builds gradually and can be satisfied with a variety of foods, even healthy ones. Emotional hunger, on the other hand, comes suddenly and is often a craving for a specific type of comfort food. The next time you feel the urge to eat, pause for a moment and ask yourself, am I truly hungry, or am I trying to comfort myself? This small pause can create enough space for you to make a conscious decision rather than acting on impulse. Once you've identified that the craving is emotional, you need healthy alternatives to cope with those feelings. One of the most effective tools is exercise. Physical activity, even something as simple as a 10-minute walk, releases endorphins, natural chemicals in the brain that reduce stress and boost your mood. This means that instead of turning to a cookie for comfort, you can turn to movement for a natural emotional lift. Another powerful strategy is practicing relaxation techniques. Deep breathing, meditation, or even simple stretching can calm your mind when emotions start to feel overwhelming. By slowing down your breathing and focusing your attention, you can shift your body out of stress mode and reduce the urge to eat for comfort. Journaling is another underrated but extremely effective method. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you understand patterns in your emotional eating. You might notice that certain situations, like an argument with a friend or a busy day at work, trigger your cravings. Once you're aware of these patterns, you can plan healthier responses in advance. For example, if you know you get snack cravings after a stressful meeting, you can prepare by scheduling a walk or listening to calming music instead. Over time, as you practice responding to emotions with awareness and healthy actions, you weaken the connection between stress and junk food. You learn that comfort does not have to come from a candy bar or a bag of fries. It can come from self-care, movement, creativity, or simply taking a moment to breathe. When you change the way you deal with stress, cravings lose their power, and you gain back control over your choices. This is how you build long-term freedom from emotional eating, by making your emotions work for you, not against you. Section 6. Plan your meals and snacks. One of the most effective ways to reduce junk food cravings is to plan your meals and snacks ahead of time. Many cravings happen because we are unprepared and hungry, and when hunger hits without a plan, our brain tends to go for the quickest and most tempting option, which is often processed junk food. Planning is like creating a map for your day's nutrition. When you know exactly what you're going to eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, you remove a lot of room for impulsive choices. This doesn't just help your physical health, it also gives you a sense of control and confidence over your eating habits. You're no longer hoping to eat well, you're making sure of it. Start with meal prepping. Dedicate a specific time in your week, such as Sunday afternoon, to prepare your meals. Chop vegetables, cook some lean protein like chicken or fish, prepare some whole grains like brown rice or quinoa, and store them in containers. When you open your fridge and see ready-to-eat healthy food, you'll be far less tempted to reach for chips or chocolate. A prepared breakfast might be overnight oats with fruit, a lunch could be a colorful salad with grilled chicken, and dinner could be steamed vegetables with brown rice and fish. By having these ready, you not only save time during the week, but also reduce the chances of giving into cravings when you're tired or busy. Snacks are another important area where planning makes a big difference. Many people think of snacks as small treats, but snacks can be powerful tools to keep your energy stable and hunger under control. Stock up on healthy snacks like nuts, seeds, plain yogurt, fresh fruit, hummus with carrot sticks, or whole grain crackers. Place them in easy-to-reach containers so they are the first thing you see when you feel a little hungry. On the other hand, make unhealthy snacks harder to reach. Store them in the back of the pantry, high up on a shelf, or ideally, don't buy them at all. Smart shopping habits are key to making planning successful. Before going to the grocery store, write a detailed list of what you need for your planned meals and snacks. This will help you avoid wandering into aisles filled with chips, cookies, candies, and sodas. A good tip is to shop mostly along the perimeter of the store. This is where you usually find fresh produce, dairy, meat, and bread. The middle aisles often have processed foods, so minimize your time there. If you must go down those aisles, go straight to the specific item you need without browsing. Even if you occasionally bring unhealthy food into your home, you can control how much you see and access it. Store them in small portions, out of sight, and don't keep large quantities. This way, you're less likely to eat them without thinking. Planning is not about strict rules. It's about setting yourself up for success. When healthy options are the most visible, most convenient, and most ready to eat, you naturally make better choices without feeling deprived. Over time, this habit makes healthy eating automatic, and cravings lose their grip on you. Section 7. Hydration, the secret weapon. Hydration is one of the most underestimated yet powerful tools for reducing junk food cravings. Many people are surprised to learn that what they think is hunger is often just thirst. Your body sends signals to your brain when it needs water, but those signals can sometimes be mistaken for food cravings, especially cravings for salty or sugary snacks. For example, you might suddenly want chips or cookies, but if you drink a glass of water and wait 10 minutes, you may realize you weren't actually hungry at all. This is why drinking enough water is like having a secret weapon in your health toolbox. It works quietly but effectively to keep cravings under control. The first step is to make water a consistent part of your daily routine. Begin your morning by drinking a full glass of water before eating anything. This not only hydrates your body after hours of sleep, but also jumpstarts your metabolism and gives you a feeling of fullness, which can prevent overeating at breakfast. Throughout the day, sip water between meals instead of waiting until you feel thirsty. Thirst is already a sign that your body is running low on fluids, so drinking regularly helps you stay ahead. Keeping a water bottle nearby, whether you're at work, studying, or relaxing at home, makes it easy to maintain the habit. If plain water feels boring, there are many healthy and refreshing alternatives that can keep you hydrated without adding unnecessary sugar. Herbal teas are a great option. They can be calming, energizing, or even help with digestion, depending on the type you choose. Infused water is another excellent choice. Adding slices of lemon, cucumber, mint, or berries can make water more flavorful and appealing. Coconut water is also beneficial because it provides natural electrolytes, which help keep your body's fluid balance in check, especially after exercise. The key is to avoid sugary drinks like sodas or artificially flavored beverages, which can actually trigger more cravings instead of reducing them. Another advantage of proper hydration is the positive effect it has on your overall energy and mental clarity. When you're dehydrated, you might feel tired, unfocused, or even moody, states that can make you more likely to reach for comfort food. Drinking enough water helps your brain function at its best, keeping your mood stable and your focus sharp. This mental clarity makes it easier to stick to your healthy eating goals and resist unhealthy snacks. In addition, water helps your digestive system work smoothly, supports your skin health, and assists your body in flushing out toxins. You'll also notice that when you are well hydrated, cravings become less frequent and less intense. Instead of feeling a strong, almost uncontrollable desire to eat something unhealthy, you feel more balanced and in control of your choices. Over time, this creates a powerful cycle. The more you hydrate, the fewer cravings you experience, and the healthier your diet naturally becomes. Water is not just about quenching thirst. It is about giving your body the foundation it needs to function properly. By making hydration a daily priority, you'll discover one of the simplest yet most effective ways to control cravings and improve your health from the inside out. Section 8. Exercise and movement. Exercise is one of the most powerful tools you can use to fight junk food cravings, and the best part is, it works naturally. When you move your body, it triggers the release of endorphins, the feel-good chemicals in your brain. These endorphins create a natural sense of happiness and satisfaction, which reduces the urge to seek pleasure from unhealthy foods loaded with sugar, fat, and salt. In other words, exercise acts as a healthy replacement for the emotional boost you might usually get from eating junk food. The more active you are, the less your brain will cry out for that bag of chips or bar of chocolate. You do not need to spend hours at the gym to get these benefits. Simple activities like walking, jogging, stretching, dancing, or even doing household chores with energy can make a big difference. The key is to get your heart rate up and your body moving regularly. Morning exercise is especially powerful because it sets the tone for the rest of your day. When you start your morning with a walk, a yoga session, or a few minutes of bodyweight exercises, your mind and body feel energized, focused, and ready to make healthier choices. You begin your day with a win, and that momentum often continues throughout the day. Exercise also helps regulate your appetite. Physical activity balances hormones like ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and leptin, the hormone that signals fullness. When these hormones are in balance, your body is less likely to crave high-calorie junk food. Even short bursts of activity throughout the day, like taking the stairs instead of the elevator, doing 10 push-ups between tasks, or going for a quick walk during lunch, can help control your hunger and cravings. Over time, your brain will begin to associate movement with feeling good, rather than associating comfort with food. Another benefit of exercise is that it improves your relationship with your body. When you feel strong, fit, and active, you naturally want to take better care of yourself. You start to see food as fuel rather than as a source of temporary pleasure. Junk food becomes less appealing because you know it won't give you the long-lasting energy and vitality you want. Instead, your body will crave nutrient-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains, the kind of foods that keep your performance high and your mood stable. If you are just starting, remember that consistency is more important than intensity. Even 10-15 minutes of daily activity can have a positive effect on your cravings and mindset. Over time, you can increase the duration and variety of your workouts. The goal is to make movement a regular, enjoyable part of your life, so it becomes a habit rather than a chore. By making exercise and movement a priority, you are not just burning calories. You are training your body and brain to find pleasure, satisfaction, and energy in a healthy way. This shift will make junk food cravings less frequent, less powerful, and far easier to resist. Section 9. Mindful eating. One of the most effective and powerful ways to reduce junk food cravings is through mindful eating. Many people eat without paying attention. We snack while watching TV, scroll through our phones, or work at our desks, hardly noticing what or how much we are consuming. In these moments, our brain enjoys the immediate taste and texture of food, but it often forgets to recognize fullness. As a result, we eat more than our bodies need, and cravings for unhealthy snacks become stronger. Mindful eating is the practice of slowing down and bringing full awareness to every meal or snack. It transforms eating from an automatic habit into a conscious, satisfying experience. To practice mindful eating, start by paying attention to each bite. Notice the flavors, textures, and aromas of your food. Chew slowly and give yourself the time to truly taste everything you eat. This not only makes your meals more enjoyable, but it also allows your brain to register satisfaction more effectively. When you eat quickly, your mind and body are disconnected from the process, which often leads to overeating or reaching for more snacks shortly afterward. By slowing down, you give your body the chance to send signals of fullness, which helps reduce the urge to eat junk food. Another important aspect of mindful eating is asking yourself the right questions. Before taking a bite, pause and ask, am I really hungry, or am I eating because it is convenient, emotional, or habitual? This simple check-in brings awareness to your choices and prevents unconscious eating. Many cravings arise not from true hunger, but from boredom, stress, or habit. When you recognize the difference, you can respond in a healthier way, drinking water, taking a short walk, or doing something enjoyable that does not involve food. Mindful eating also encourages portion awareness. Instead of eating directly from a bag or box, serve yourself a reasonable portion on a plate. Take your time to enjoy each bite and notice when you start feeling satisfied. This practice teaches you to listen to your body's signals instead of letting external cues or emotions dictate how much you eat. Over time, this awareness grows stronger, and you naturally begin to crave less junk food because your body is already getting the nourishment it truly needs. The long-term benefit of mindful eating goes beyond controlling cravings. It helps create a peaceful and positive relationship with food. You start to enjoy meals more fully, appreciate healthy flavors, and feel gratitude for the nourishment your body receives. Instead of eating on autopilot, you eat with intention. You learn to eat for fuel, for health, and for energy, not out of stress, habit, or distraction. Cravings lose their power because your mind and body are aligned, and food becomes a source of strength rather than a source of struggle. By practicing mindful eating consistently, you build a strong foundation for lifelong healthy habits. Each slow, intentional bite strengthens your awareness, reduces emotional eating, and makes it easier to resist unhealthy snacks. Over time, mindful eating transforms not just your cravings, but your entire approach to food, creating balance, satisfaction, and health in every meal. Section 10. Overcoming social pressure. One of the biggest challenges in maintaining healthy habits is navigating social situations. Parties, gatherings, celebrations, or even casual meetups with friends often involve junk food, cakes, chips, fast food, sugary drinks, and more. In these moments, it's easy to feel pressured to eat what everyone else is eating, or to worry that saying no might make you seem rude or left out. Social pressure can trigger cravings that feel stronger than usual, and for many people, it's the hardest time to stick to healthy choices. However, with preparation, confidence, and a positive mindset, you can navigate social situations while staying true to your goals. The first strategy is planning ahead. One simple method is to eat a healthy snack before you go out. If you arrive feeling hungry, you are more likely to grab whatever is available, even if it doesn't align with your health goals. A small snack like a piece of fruit, a handful of nuts, or yogurt can reduce hunger and help you make conscious choices when faced with tempting options. When your body has the fuel it needs, cravings naturally decrease, and you can focus on enjoying the social experience rather than mindlessly eating. Another important step is learning to decline politely. You don't have to explain or justify your choices to anyone. Simple statements like, "No thank you, I'm good for now," or "I'm focusing on healthy eating today," are enough. Saying no confidently and calmly shows that you respect your own goals, and most people will respect your choice. You might feel nervous at first, but over time, declining unhealthy food becomes second nature, and you'll notice that you can enjoy social events without feeling pressured to overeat. You can also take a proactive approach by suggesting healthier options when possible. For example, if you're invited to a gathering, consider bringing a fruit platter, veggie sticks with hummus, or a homemade healthy snack. This way, you contribute to the event while ensuring there is at least one option that aligns with your goals. Often, others will appreciate these healthier choices, and it can even inspire them to make better decisions themselves. The mindset you carry is equally important. Remember that your choices are about your health, energy, and long-term goals, not about pleasing others or fitting in. True friends and supportive family members will respect your decisions, and those who don't are not worth sacrificing your progress over. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage and respect your healthy habits makes navigating social situations much easier and less stressful. Overcoming social pressure is not about perfection. It's about consistency and awareness. You may face situations where you indulge slightly, and that's okay. What matters is that you return to your healthy habits without guilt or judgment. With preparation, confidence, and a positive mindset, social events can become opportunities to practice self-control, inspire others, and reinforce your commitment to health. Over time, you will notice that you no longer feel dominated by cravings in social settings, and making healthy choices becomes natural, even when surrounded by temptation. Section 11. Track your progress. One of the most effective ways to stay motivated and reduce junk food cravings is by tracking your progress. Often we underestimate how much our habits influence our success. When you write things down or record them in an app, you make your actions visible, which creates both awareness and accountability. Tracking is not about being perfect or judging yourself. It is about understanding your patterns, celebrating victories, and learning how to improve. By keeping track of what you eat, drink, and how active you are, you gain control over your habits rather than letting them control you. Start with something simple, like a small journal or a phone app. Record your meals, snacks, water intake, and exercise each day. This might sound like extra work at first, but it quickly becomes a powerful habit. Writing down what you eat forces you to pause and consider your choices. You begin to notice when cravings happen, what triggers them, and how you respond. For example, you may see that late afternoon cravings often follow stressful work meetings, or that you tend to snack when watching TV in the evening. Recognizing these patterns gives you the insight you need to create better strategies and healthier routines. Another important part of tracking progress is celebrating small victories. Each time you make a conscious, healthy choice, acknowledge it. Maybe you chose an apple instead of chips, drank water instead of soda, or went for a 10-minute walk instead of snacking out of boredom. These small decisions may seem minor, but they add up over time and reinforce your confidence. Writing them down or marking them in your journal helps you see tangible proof of your success, and this visual progress is a strong motivator. Tracking also creates accountability. When you see your actions in black and white, it becomes harder to ignore patterns that are not serving your goals. If you notice that certain triggers lead to cravings, you can plan alternative strategies in advance. For instance, you might decide to have healthy snacks ready, take a short walk when stressed, or practice deep breathing instead of eating out of emotion. This proactive approach empowers you to respond to cravings consciously rather than reactively. Over time, the act of tracking itself reinforces positive habits. As you review your journal or app, you see how far you've come and how your choices are shaping your health. Motivation grows naturally when you see the results of your efforts. Healthy eating and regular movement start to feel like natural parts of your day. Cravings for junk food become less frequent because your mind and body are aligned with your goals. In conclusion, tracking your progress is not just about numbers or logs. It is about creating awareness, celebrating victories, and maintaining accountability. By documenting what you eat, how you move, and how you respond to cravings, you empower yourself to make better decisions every day. With consistent tracking, healthy habits become automatic, cravings weaken, and your journey toward long-term wellness becomes clearer and more achievable. Section 12. Consistency over perfection. A common mistake many people make when trying to overcome junk food cravings is expecting perfection. They believe that one small slip, a chocolate bar, a slice of cake, or a burger means they have failed completely. This mindset can be discouraging and often leads to giving up entirely. The truth is, perfection is not the goal. Consistency is. What truly matters is making healthy choices most of the time, not all the time. Life is full of moments, events, and celebrations where indulgence happens, and that is completely normal. Learning to embrace balance rather than chasing perfection is a key step toward long-term success. Consistency is about showing up for yourself every day, even when it feels difficult. It means choosing water over soda most of the time, opting for fruits or nuts instead of chips, and keeping your body moving regularly. These small, repeated actions gradually become habits. Your brain begins to recognize that healthy choices are the default, and your body adjusts to expect real nourishment instead of craving instant gratification from junk food. Over time, this consistency builds a foundation that is much stronger than relying on rare moments of extreme self-control. An important part of consistency is also allowing yourself occasional treats without guilt. Enjoying a favorite dessert or snack once in a while is not failure. It is part of a healthy, balanced lifestyle. The key is mindfulness. Savor each bite, enjoy it fully, and then return to your normal healthy routine. When you remove the fear of messing up, you reduce the power of cravings and emotional eating. You no longer binge out of frustration or guilt because you understand that a single indulgence does not erase your progress. Consistency strengthens your control over cravings in a way that perfection never can. When your habits are regular and reliable, cravings lose their intensity naturally. Your body starts to receive the nutrients it truly needs, and your brain stops seeking quick hits of sugar, salt, and fat. The more consistently you nourish yourself with healthy food, stay hydrated, and move your body, the more automatic these habits become. Eventually, making the right choices feels easier than resisting temptation. Another important aspect of consistency is patience with yourself. Change does not happen overnight. You may have days when cravings are stronger, or when life circumstances make it harder to stick to your plan. That is normal. What matters is returning to your healthy habits the next day, without judgment. Each small, intentional action adds up over time, creating progress that is sustainable and meaningful. In the end, small, consistent actions build lifelong change. Trying to be perfect often leads to frustration, guilt, and eventual relapse. Consistency, however, allows you to grow steadily, strengthen your control over cravings, and develop a positive relationship with food and your body. By focusing on daily habits rather than perfection, you give yourself the best chance for lasting health and freedom from junk food. Section 13. Build a positive environment. Your environment plays a larger role in your eating habits than many people realize. Often, junk food cravings are not just about your willpower or self-control. They are triggered by what you see and experience in your surroundings. The way your kitchen is organized, the snacks on your desk, or even the habits of people around you can influence your choices without you even noticing. That's why building a positive environment is one of the most effective ways to support healthy eating habits and reduce cravings. Start by making healthy foods visible and accessible. When fruits, vegetables, nuts, or yogurt are the first things you see in your fridge or pantry, you are more likely to choose them. Place a bowl of fresh fruit on your kitchen counter or keep pre-cut vegetables in clear containers at eye level. When you open your fridge or pantry, these options should be the easiest to reach, so you naturally gravitate toward them. On the other hand, store unhealthy foods like chips, cookies, and sugary snacks in hard-to-reach places, out of sight, or in small portions. When temptation is less visible, it loses some of its power over your decisions. Your environment isn't only physical, it's mental and emotional too. Surround yourself with inspiration that keeps your health goals at the forefront of your mind. This could be motivational quotes, pictures of your fitness goals, or reminders of the energy and vitality you want to achieve. Positive cues act as mental nudges, reinforcing your commitment to making healthy choices. Every time you see these reminders, your brain receives a gentle message to stay on track. Over time, these cues build a stronger mindset and make healthy habits feel natural and enjoyable. Social environments also play a significant role. If you work, study, or live with others who regularly snack on junk food, it can be challenging to stick to your goals. One strategy is to create spaces where healthy options are available. Bring your own nutritious snacks to work or share healthy treats with friends. You can even suggest fun, healthier alternatives for gatherings or parties. By creating environments, both physical and social, that support your choices, you make it easier to stay consistent and avoid giving in to cravings. Your environment can either strengthen your healthy habits or weaken them. Small changes in your surroundings create a ripple effect on your behavior. When you design your space to make healthy choices easier and junk food less accessible, you're setting yourself up for success. Over time, these adjustments reduce cravings, increase your energy, and make healthy living feel effortless. In the end, building a positive environment is about designing your world to work with you, not against you. By surrounding yourself with healthy foods, inspirational reminders, and supportive people, you reinforce the habits that lead to long-term health. Every small environmental adjustment makes it easier to say yes to nutritious food and no to junk food, creating a sustainable foundation for lifelong wellness. Section 14. The power of patience. Changing your eating habits and reducing junk food cravings is not an instant process. One of the most important qualities you can develop on this journey is patience. Your brain has been trained over years, often decades, to seek quick pleasure from sugar, salt, and fat. These foods trigger strong dopamine responses, giving you immediate but short-lived satisfaction. Naturally, your brain will resist change at first, and cravings may feel more intense during the first days or weeks of adopting healthier habits. This is normal, and it does not mean you are failing. Understanding that transformation takes time helps you approach the process with a positive and realistic mindset. Patience allows you to celebrate small victories rather than focusing on perfection. Each time you resist a candy bar, choose a serving of vegetables, drink water instead of soda, or go for a walk instead of snacking out of boredom, you are taking a meaningful step forward. These small actions accumulate over time, creating lasting change. Tracking and acknowledging these successes, no matter how minor they seem, strengthens your confidence and reinforces your ability to stay consistent. Patience is not passive, it is active perseverance, a recognition that every choice you make matters and contributes to a bigger transformation. Another reason patience is essential is that your taste preferences need time to adjust. Foods high in sugar, salt, and fat are designed to overstimulate your brain's reward system. When you consistently choose healthy, natural foods, your palate slowly adapts. Vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and lean proteins begin to taste more satisfying, and the intense cravings for junk food naturally decrease. This change does not happen overnight, but with persistence, your body and brain begin to crave what nourishes them rather than what temporarily excites them. Patience also helps you manage setbacks without guilt or frustration. On this journey, there may be moments when you give in to a craving or indulge more than planned. These moments are normal and part of the learning process. Instead of seeing them as failures, view them as opportunities to learn what triggered the craving, how you felt before and after, and how you can respond differently next time. By staying patient and forgiving yourself, you maintain momentum instead of letting one slip lead to a longer relapse. Finally, patience allows you to appreciate the long-term rewards of your efforts. Over time, as you consistently make healthy choices, your energy levels rise, your focus improves, and junk food loses its power over your mind and body. You experience real transformation, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. You feel in control, confident, and capable of making decisions that support your health and well-being. Remember, lasting change is a journey, not a race. Stay patient, stay consistent, and trust the process. Every mindful choice, every small victory, and every day you commit to healthier habits brings you closer to a life where cravings no longer dictate your decisions. Patience is the key that unlocks this transformation, turning daily efforts into lifelong success. Conclusion: your health, your life. Healthy habits are not about restrictions, they are about freedom. Freedom from guilt, fatigue, and illness. Freedom to feel strong, energetic, and confident every single day. Junk food cravings are not your enemies. They are signals, messages from your body and mind asking for attention. When you listen, understand, and respond wisely, you reclaim control over your choices and your life. By understanding why cravings arise, replacing unhealthy foods with nourishing alternatives, creating consistent routines, exercising regularly, drinking enough water, practicing mindful eating, and building a positive environment, you take charge of your health in ways that last. Each step you take is a step toward balance and self-mastery. The journey may sometimes feel challenging, especially when cravings or temptations appear stronger than your resolve. But every small action you take contributes to lasting change. Progress, not perfection, is what matters most. Consistency over time rewires your habits. Your body begins to crave real nourishment instead of temporary pleasure. Your energy rises, your focus sharpens, and slowly but surely, junk food loses its control over you. The choices you make today are investments in your future self. One bite, one meal, one healthy decision at a time. Each choice reinforces your ability to stay strong, even when life gets busy or stressful. Remember, this journey is about empowerment, not restriction. It's about creating a life where your decisions are aligned with your goals and values, where you feel proud of taking care of your body and mind. You have the strength to say no to cravings, to nourish yourself with foods that support your health, and to live a life full of vitality and confidence. Take control today. Start with one small change, one mindful choice, one healthy habit. Over time, these small actions add up to big results, transforming your relationship with food, your energy, and your overall well-being. Your body, mind, and future self will thank you. Healthy living is not just a goal. It is a lifestyle, a mindset, and a gift you give to yourself. Your health is your life, and every choice you make is an opportunity to honor it. Embrace the journey, trust the process, and remember that the power to change lies within you. One step at a time, one choice at a time, you can stop cravings, nourish your body, and create the vibrant, empowered life you deserve.